See how that patent number really popped out on that? That was a nice stamp there. I let this dry a little bit here because I couldn't get it to... I like to put the paint on, let it get just a little bit tacky and wipe it off, but...
Hey, welcome back to Kev's Can Cave. This is Kev with you once again. Going to talk about today, going to talk about just kind of marking your tools, identifying your tools, marking them for fun, or if you really want to mark them to keep somebody else from getting their tools mixed up with yours. If I worked in a dealership or something and I had Snap-on and Mac, I would definitely be wanting to keep my tools separate from everybody else's if you trade out tools, whatever. But anyway, I bought this set of Lang thread restorers, and you can see here that the 20 thread, 24 pitch thread, you can just see how hard that is to read. And depending on how they stamp them is how your end result of your highlighting, if you will work. I like to take a little bit of, kind of clean them up with lacquer thinner there. A little shout out to this Milwaukee ink saw. This thing's 5 years old, still works. Getting low, but it still works. Anyway, put the paint on there, whether it's lacquer thinner, mineral spirits, whatever it takes to get it off there. I got a little lacquer thinner residue on this one here. Just wipe her on off. If you get too much on there, you'll tell real quick. You can use different parts of the rag. They're a little drier. But that gives you an example of how fast you can highlight your tools. Try that again right here. These are pretty cool. You just push down on them. Like I said, this one's 5 years old. I'm happy with it. Put it on there. Experiment around. If you leave it on too long, I like to just put it on there and kind of just test the waters to see how hard it is to get it off. If it's a shallow marking, it's just not going to turn out as good. Here's a little kind of a more shallow of a stamp on it there, but it definitely, look at it, you can definitely read it a lot better. When I was doing this one here, I thought it was turning out really good, and I came to this side right here where it says Mac, which it kind of surprised me that Lang must make Mac or did make Mac, but anyway, I couldn't get the paint to stay in there very much, so I'd put the paint on there, wipe it off, and it'd just come back off no matter how long I really let it sit on there. So I took one of these old crayons, which are great for marking metal, by the way, but just an old crayon. I probably had this thing 20, 30 years, if not longer, but great for marking metal or box cars, whatever you got. I probably found it on the railroad, but anyway, fill it in, and I just wiped it off, and I thought it really worked well also. But here's one I did to my dad's, well, one of my dad's tools when he was machinist at Caterpillar. This is a Rife & Nestor out of Likens, Pennsylvania, PENN, which is definitely 50s, 60s before they went over to PA. But it's a new tricks, works great. I had to clean up the threads on the neck of my fork on a 40 Indian, and the Lang, they really worked well for that. And then I had to clean up I'm not trying to do a review on Lang, but I had to clean up some other threads on a bolt, and the Lang didn't work so well, so I got out the old trusty 20 pitch Nestor here, and I thought, you know what, that looked pretty cool if I just kind of highlighted it, because I love old stuff like that. But anyway, crayon, marker, whatever you got to do, whether it takes lacquer thinner, mineral spirits, water, soluble water, whatever it takes to remove it, go ahead and try that. I'll show you something else. Hold on a second. Here's another example of just quick highlighting. Painted it, wiped it right off for the oil cap for my 40 Chief. But anyway, just little things you can do like that to kind of personalize your tools if you want to. I guarantee if I worked in the shop and I had other guys' tools around there, I'd need some way of identifying them, whether it's engraving, laser etching, spraying them with paint. I've seen everything. But I thought this kind of added a quick little touch. Mess around with it. Do whatever you want to do. They're your tools. Anyway, appreciate you stopping back by the cave. And I'll have some more videos coming at you pretty soon with bolt threading and stuff like that. So, wait, here we go. Let's do this one real quick. I forgot about that one. I think I'm running out of paint here, but no, I'm not. Look at that. I almost forgot to do this one. That's why I pulled it out. This is a tool my dad had. Like I said, I got these when he died. I know these tools are old. But experiment around with what it takes, you know, if it's lacquer thinner, mineral spirits, whatever it takes to wipe it back off. This is actually, lacquer thinner works well on this one. And man, what a nice stamp. Look at that. I thought it was pretty cool. Just something little you can do with your tools. Do it if you want. If you don't, don't. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.